What is the key to spiritual greatness? What are those characteristics and qualities needed to live a godly infused life and to succeed with our spiritual mission? I believe that the korbanot, the sacrifices which we read about in this week's parasha and the last two, hold the key, because ultimately a korban means not to sacrifice or to offer, but rather karev, to be close to God. This is the way that we truly fulfill our spiritual mission and create a closeness with Asham. And interestingly, in the beginning of parashat Shemini, we see at the inauguration of the Kohanim are now ready to serve as God's emissaries on this earth in the Beit HaMikdash. They bring 4 types of korbanot. Of the 4 major categories of sacrifices we've been reading about since the beginning of the book, all 4 are brought at this time. And at the core of each one is a powerful spiritual idea about how we should really live a godly infused life. What are those qualities needed? Korban Olah, we spoke about this 2 weeks ago, the elevation offering, the burnt offering. Its uniqueness, it is totally sacrificed to God. Every single part of it is elevated on the altar and in the fire up to Hashem. The quality needed here is absolute commitment, heart, body and soul, all in. If you give it everything you got to start the relationship with Hashem, or any relationship for that matter, if you're not all in, relationships are not 50-50, they're 100-100. You bring 100% of your personality fully invested with passion. That's the Korban Olah. The second one is the Korban Mincha, called the poor person's offering. It's some grains and flour are enough. And amazingly, even though the Olah and other offerings, you could bring a bull, which costs hundreds of times more to bring red meat. And this is the simplest thing that even a poor person can bring. Say the sages, it doesn't matter how big or small your offering is. It depends. Are your intentions pure? Are your motives pure? If you have pure intentions and motives, it's less important how much or how little. The pureness of heart is important. We need to have pure motives and not come with agendas. Thirdly, the Korban, Chatat Asham, are our failures, when we make mistakes and sin. The greatness of an individual is judged not only in our successes but in our failures. Leadership, Guru John C. Maxwell has said, the difference between great people and average people is the attitude to and response to failure. If you can own your failures with personal responsibility and say, I own the successes and failures and deal with all parts of my personality, owning it with personal responsibility is a quality of life and leadership. And finally, Korban Shlamim. The Korban Shlamim is the only Korban that everybody partakes. Part is elevated to Hashem, part the Kohen gets, part the person offering it gets. Everyone has a part. It makes peace between people. The key is not only truth, but peace in interpersonal relationships, harmony, getting on with people. And if you can live by these 4 qualities, Olah, fully invested, Mincha, pure motives and intentions, Korban Chatat and Asham, taking full responsibility for our lives, and finally to be peaceful and harmonious people, we'll please God achieve the greatness that is required for closeness to God and to fulfill our mission in life. Shabbat Shalom.